In this example, we're going to look at how to factor a sum of two perfect cubes. Starting off just with the generic a cubed plus b cubed. This will factor into a binomial times a trinomial. It's always good to know the structure of how this is going to break down with that. So I just look and I say, well, okay, the first term here, a to the third power. I'm going to use that to fill in the first term of the binomial and the first term of the trinomial. I'm going to take one factor of a, fill in the first term of the binomial, and the other two factors, a times a, or a squared, to fill in the first spot of the trinomial. I'm going to use the last term here, the b cubed, to fill in the last spot in the binomial and the last spot in the trinomial. Same way I just filled in the first spots. One factor of b in the last spot there. The other two factors of b times b, is b squared to fill in the last spot there. Now, if you've noticed, I did not fill in the middle term here yet, and it is a trinomial, so it needs to have three terms. The way I'm going to fill in that middle term is I'm going to take the product of these two things. I'm going to take a times b, which is just ab, and that will be the middle term right there. I've also not filled in any of the signs yet. There's a little acronym to help people remember the signs. They'll use the acronym SOAP, stands for same, opposite, and always positive. So this first sign will be the same as the sign that I see in the original problem. The next sign will then be the opposite of that, and the final sign will always be positive, always plus for that. So there's the formula for factoring a sum of cubes. If I wanted to look at an example real quick, let's maybe say I have 8x cubed plus 1. That is a sum of two perfect cubes. Maybe let me rewrite it so that you can see what things are being cubed. 8x cubed is actually 2x times 2x times 2x. So I'm going to write that as 2x to the third like that. And 1 could be 1 times 1 times 1, or 1 cubed. You may say, why are you writing it like that? Well, I'm just trying to make it match this so I can see something to the third power plus something else to the third power. So I have something to the third power plus something else to the third power. Now that I have that, I should be able to use this formula here to help me factor this sum of cubes in my binomial. I need a, which was the first thing that was being cubed. In this case, that's 2x. And I need b, which is the second thing that was being cubed, which is 1. The sign should be the same as the original problem. Now when I go over here, I need a squared. In this case, a is 2x. So I need 2x squared, which means 2x times 2x, which is actually 4x squared. A lot of times people will make a mistake right there. This middle term will be minus the product of these two things. 2x times 1 is just 2x. And this last term will be plus b squared. Well, in this case, b was just 1, so 1 squared means 1 times 1, which is still, in fact, just 1 in this particular example. And we have factored a sum of perfect cubes.